exponential and logarithmic functions are closely connected. They're inverses of each other. This means they undo one another. In this video, you will learn how to find the inverse of an exponential function. To get things started, let's find the inverse of y equals 2 to the x power. The first step is to swap the x and the y. And now we solve for y. Y is in the exponents, so we're going to use the definition of a logarithm to rewrite this equation. So we have a base of 2, so that would be log base 2. And the log always equals the exponent, so this is going to equal the exponent, leaving the x to fit in right here. So rewriting these equations so it equals y, we have y equals log base 2 of x. And this is our inverse function. So the inverse of y equals 2 to the x power is y equals log base 2 of x. Here we see a graph of those two equations. We see that graphically, inverse functions are reflections of each other across the line y equals x. So the graph of an exponential function and its corresponding logarithmic inverse function are mirror images across this line. The key idea is that exponential and logarithmic functions are connected not just algebraically, but also in their graphical behavior. So now we're going to find the inverse of the function f of x equals 6 times 2 to the power of x minus 9. We can also write this function as y equals. And now we're ready to find the inverse by swapping the x and the y. We're trying to solve for y, but before we can rearrange things with logs, we need to get this exponential expression by itself. So we'll add 9 to both sides. We're still trying to get 2 to the y power all by itself, so let's divide both sides by 6. And now we can use the definition of a logarithm to rewrite this, which will allow us to get an equation that says y equals. The base is 2, so we'll have log base 2. The log will always equal the exponent, and the exponent in this case is y. And that other part fills in here. So f inverse of x equals log base 2 of x plus 9 over 6. And here we have those two equations graphed, and we see they are reflections of each other across the line y equals x. This time we'll find the inverse of f of x equals 3 times 10 to the power of x plus 4 minus 5. This one turns into a little bit of a special case because it's base 10. Right, to start finding the inverse, we'll go ahead and swap the x and the y. And now we're trying to get 10 to the y plus 4 all by itself. So the first thing we'll undo is this minus 5. And we need to divide both sides by 3. All right, we have the exponential expression all by itself. Let's go ahead and use the definition of a logarithm to rewrite this so that we can get an equation that says y equals. So here the base is 10, so we'll have log base 10. The log will always equal the exponent, so that's y plus 4, so that goes over here. We'll fill in here with x plus 5 over 3. Now we still don't have y by itself. Let's go ahead and subtract 4 from both sides. And when we do that on the left side, the minus 4 is just going to tag along because we can't combine it with any of this. And we have our inverse function. So f inverse of x equals log base 10, and that's the common log, so we're going to write it without the 10 there, of x plus 5 over 3 minus 4. And here we see the reflection of the two graphs again. We have our exponential equation and our logarithmic equation. Here I have another function that turns into a special case. We have f of x equals 3 times e to the power of x minus 1 minus 5, where e is that special number that equals about 2.7. And to find the inverse, we start by swapping the x and the y. Now we're trying to get e to the power of y minus 1 by itself. So we'll start by adding 5 to both sides and then dividing both sides by 3. Okay, we have the exponential expression all by itself. So let's go ahead and use the definition of a logarithm to rewrite this. We have a base of e, so that'll be log base e. The log always equals the exponent. Here's our exponent. And we fill in with the other piece right here. Don't quite have y by itself, so let's add 1 to both sides. When we do that, we don't combine the 1 with any of this because those aren't like terms. And we have our inverse function. Now, when we write it here in function notation, log base e is the natural log, so we're going to write ln instead of log base e. So f inverse of x equals the natural log of x plus 5 over 3 plus 1. And looking at the two graphs of the exponential function and the natural log function, we see they are reflections of each other across the line y equals x. I hope this video about finding the inverse of an exponential function has been helpful. This is Mr. Ela signing off.